Inside Dan Bilzerian's former $100 million LA mega mansion. Is it appropriate to refer to the 31,000 square foot, 12 bedrooms, 21 bathtub, and 5-bar Bel Air mansion at 10979 Chalon Road as just a home? Well, maybe, but did you know that the footprint of the building and parking lot is larger than that of most museums? If you're Instagram star Dan Bilzerian, the now ex-tenant of this magnificent mansion, this would just be a party ground. The Bel Air mansion's design is modeled after a nightclub, which is ideal for his girls. The man has a large social life and a party boy reputation. But why did he rent this $65 million mansion? What did it have to offer? Let's get it on. Everyone appears to be clamoring to find out more about the Instagram king, Dan Bilzerian, a man who enjoys trophy bachelor apartments and an outrageously opulent lifestyle. So a brief history of Mr. Bilzerian is necessary before we visit the mansion, which is about as bizarre as they come. With well over 33 million Instagram followers, the 41-year-old is one of the most well-known online personas in the world. Given that this individual doesn't act, sing, or otherwise traditionally participate in the entertainment sector, it is really astounding. Instead, the stuff he publishes, including the pictures and videos that show off his extravagant lifestyle with his many scantily dressed ladies and fast automobiles, is what actually makes him successful. Dan Bilzerian is the younger son of corporate mogul Paul Bilzerian, who now resides in Florida and formerly possessed the largest residence in Tampa Bay. However, Paul Bilzerian apparently now resides in more humble conditions on a small Caribbean island after the bank publicly confiscated the home in 2016. As you can see, these extravagant lifestyle choices are in the family. Following his father's footsteps, Dan Bilzerian is not under any form of financial strain. Maybe that is because Dan Bilzerian claims to have won $50 million playing professional poker. Mr. Bilzerian was renting for at least a year in the pricey Bird Street section of the Hollywood Hills before bunking in Bel Air. Records show that the 5,000 square foot mid-century home had a $55,000 monthly rent. Although it's nowhere as fancy as the recent former new Bel Air rental home, the 47-acre had plenty of solitude. But anyway, what kind of features did the recent Bel Air mansion come with? Why did he move to this place? The residence, which was built by one of the greatest developers in LA, Donald Bolin, is a 31,000 square foot Bel Air mega mansion that was finished in 2017. The ultra-modern beast is concealed by metal gates and is perched above the street. According to an ad, the motor court can accommodate 70 vehicles and has 14 garage spaces. Visitors who park in the driveway are treated to expansive views of Century City and the LA Basin. To be honest, a commercial-sized kitchen, a chromed-out pool table in the family room, and a bespoke dining room make this property feel more like a massive event venue than a typical home, but we'll get to that in a few. Other areas include a movie theater with 40 seats and a fully equipped in-home nightclub with bar-style seating, a 2-lane bowling alley with an adjacent wet bar, and at least one more wet bar with 8 seats facing 3 plasma screens. Some people think it's all a bit excessive, but in Mr. Bilzerian's strange world, it probably works out just fine for him. In the village-like enclosure, there are no less than 12 bedroom suites and 23 bathrooms, and the 5,600 square foot master suite has the customarily enormous bedroom, bathtub, and closet. A comprehensive spa with luxurious leather massage chairs are also present. Another wet bar, this one made completely of marble, and vital amenities like a rooftop tennis court, zero-edge pool, and putting green can be found on the home's highest level. Quite an impressive mansion, right? The home is once again up for sale, and Bolin said it is in fantastic shape. As a bonus, Bilzerian left behind a new security system, a very cool virtual reality room, and the building's fully equipped rooftop gym, even if he removed some of the property's trademark touches like a goat's head chandelier in the foyer. The mansion was aggressively priced at $100 million when it was originally put up for sale last year. It was eventually lowered to $80 million before being taken off the market. This home is undoubtedly suitable for a young man with limitless funds and a passion for partying. The only real issue with this estate is that it is overshadowed by its next-door neighbor, a monstrous property being constructed by the royal family of Qatar. That location will be one of LA's biggest estates once it is finished. And who in their right mind would spend $80 million to feel less than their neighbors? A 31,000 square foot mansion can only be made to appear like a guest house in the most extravagant of compounds, right? 2 elevators are also included in this home to help with floor transitions. This mansion has several AstroTurf lounging areas, an outdoor living room, and a dining room on the mansion's rooftop. When Bilzerian's hazily cannabis-related brand Ignite debuted in 2018, it appeared that his business rented the house around that time. According to the company's annual report, investors paid for the lease and at least some of the upgrades and furnishings. Bilzerian had rented the Ridgetop complex from his firm Ignite International Brands for $200,000 a month. But as the owner, Don Bolin, verified, Bilzerian and Ignite discreetly left the place and turned over management to Bolin. Bolin said that he was receiving a lot of inquiries from interested individuals during the pandemic, so that was the perfect time to put it up for sale. Right now, the market is really hot, particularly for self-contained compounds. The departure of Bilzerian from Los Angeles Hills was met with joy among his affluent neighbors. According to Executive Director Sean Bayless, the Bel Air Association was contemplating legal action because they were so fed up with the disturbance and fireworks coming from the home. Moreover, it was not fully obvious what the exit would be like. According to the company's annual report and a lawsuit brought by a former Ignite executive, Ignite was 2 months overdue on its rent, and even larger option payment was due. When your business loses $50 million in 2019 alone and has to make expense reductions, it's a major deal. According to Bolin, since the pandemic prevented gatherings, Bilzerian saw no purpose in holding on to a building with a parking lot for 70 cars. You can't discharge your weapon on the property, you can't go off-roading, and there isn't a lake nearby where the party monster could go surfing. However, the mansion has a 12-foot waterfall, infinity pools, tennis courts, and a parking lot big enough to fit a shuttle bus. His 1967 AC Shelby Cobra takes center stage, but he also flaunts a Bentley Continental he recently bought and 2 high-end SUVs, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan and a Cadillac Escalade. While his Cobra has been meticulously detailed to the last hair on his head, he appears to be pulling a Post Malone move on his other vehicles by painting them all white. Bilzerian also appears to be passionate about specialized off-road vehicles. He has a nice collection of buggies, including a Polaris RZR 900, Jimco buggy, and this Can-Am Maverick 1000R, which he drove alongside MMA fighters Donald Cerrone and TJ Dillashaw. This man openly admits to using steroids and has made a career out of posing with bikini girls and doesn't give a damn what you think. Dan has quite a collection of cars, but this is the most vicious truck in his collection, an M35 cargo truck. You can be sure that the neighbors won't be overjoyed to find a cargo truck with 6 wheels parked on their street. According to Bayless of the Bel Air Association, Ignite held a Halloween celebration that featured fireworks, including a parachutist who dropped with sparklers. In addition to being loud, rude, and a pain in the ass, Bayless claimed Dan Bilzerian was a real wildfire risk because October in Los Angeles is hot and dry. Without a hint of irony or sarcasm, Bayless stated that he was really sad to see one of the community's most famous tenants depart. But what a home it is. And that's it from us today. What do you think about this mansion previously lived in by Dan Bilzerian? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more of our luxurious content. And why not click on another video showing now? This is The Luxurious. Talk to you in the next video.